Well, we're back. We're back.
What's going on with your face?
I'm just rubbing my eyes.
Oh.
My head feels foggy.
Why?
I don't know. It just has for the past day or so. And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Happy Monday.
Yeah.
It's Monday, March 3rd. We're in March.
Woo!
Time changes are coming, and we've got a to-do list a mile long.
Yeah, quit doing that.
You brought it up.
Well, I mean, but you made a list.
Well, yeah, because I don't want to forget.
We could have just, no, you want to forget. Quit making lists of things to do.
No, but it's important because it's yeah, I can't find the list. Now I lost the list.
Perfect. Good. Good news.
Josh thinks he'd make a great first gentleman.
I got some programs.
I heard.
Yeah.
But you can't steal Nancy Reagan's ideas.
Just say no.
Our fashion advice for 2025 is to pull your pants up.
That is it. Pull them up.
Pull them up. Nobody wants to see that. There's a new interactive police incident map in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, it's kind of fun if you want to see what happened.
If you want to be a nosy neighbor. The Planet Parade was quite the sight, although they didn't throw me any candy.
Oh, fair point. Maybe it just takes a while to get here. Let's see. I'm going to Google it. If you threw a piece of candy, I'm not really. Go ahead.
All right. The Wild and Crazy Girls Night Out.
It was actually a night in, but it sounds expensive.
We just got some snacks.
And?
Sushi.
And?
More snacks.
And then you did some shopping, and you went to the grocery store.
Not shopping.
You said you went shopping.
I got one thing for Emery.
So it was expensive.
She's expensive.
Yeah.
Josh has a prancy walk, according to our daughter.
Yeah, what does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't agree. How to make your weekend last longer. Give us an extra day. That's how. 3-day weekend.
Yeah. Is that it?
Yes.
4-day work week?
Yes.
Hey, if you threw a piece of candy from Mars to Earth,
and
it would take roughly several months to reach Earth, depending on the planet's positions at the time it was thrown.
So about May, I'll be expecting that piece of Laffy Taffy.
Several months.
Yeah. May.
Okay.
Simon and Blueberry Pancakes is a new core memory.
Who?
Simon. Paul Simon.
Oh, Paul Simon. Okay.
Paul Simon and Blueberry Pancakes is a new core memory.
I was fine with it the first way you did it. That was cool. Simon and Blueberry Pancakes. Let's go.
Josh was a very nervous 5th grader.
But I ate a lot of Tums, and that made it better.
Oh. The boys made snow caves this weekend.
True. And couches.
Task masking is a new name for an old thing.
Yeah, we got to quit doing that. That's a bad trend.
We don't need that. And the new space station sounds neat.
It does. It does indeed. We are Josh and Chantel. This is Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. Hope you enjoy the show. Well. Hi.
Hello.
And good morning.
Hello. I was trying to make a whale joke, but nothing was coming.
Whale. All right. Daylight savings time has its days are numbered. Your days are numbered, daylight savings time.
Why?
Because
trying to get rid of it?
Well, no. That'd be nice.
That would be nice.
And we'll just again talk about that this year. But no, it's not happening.
Oh.
At least not that I've ever heard.
Well, you say its days are numbered, like it's
That's
on
right.
its way out the door.
Well, I guess it's supposed to start because daylight savings will start on Sunday. So this
is the dumb one.
That's right. This is the spring forward one. This is the one where you lose the hour.
Yep. I'm not a fan of this one.
And now, from what I've heard, if there is a chance of getting rid of it, it would be getting rid of the fall back.
No.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Okay. But then we would just always be in spring forward. And I think the point of the thing is you got to adjust to one of them. We got to stop changing it.
Just don't do it at all.
That's
my vote.
That's what Arizona said. And they went, no, we're not doing this.
Good job, Arizona.
Yeah, there's a few other states.
Like where your head's at.
But they were probably the longest standing. Anyway, daylight saving time, in fact, does on Sunday spring forward.
Dumb.
And so I was reading through a list of things you should do around the house in addition to changing all the clocks.
Oh, boy.
You've heard some of these, I'm sure.
Have I? I don't. Oh, like, are they like superstitious things?
No. These are like routine maintenance things around the house that you should do in addition to changing your clocks, because it gives you an opportunity twice a year to be reminded that you should change the batteries in your smoke detectors, for example.
I was going to say that one.
Something that we probably need to look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we're not sure that ours is functioning.
Yeah.
So that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Also, your carbon monoxide detectors, if you have those.
We don't even have those.
We don't have gas in the house.
Oh, okay. That's right.
So, not that it couldn't happen. I would be interested to, like, is it radon that builds up in the basements? I'd be curious to know about that. It says you should also flip your mattress.
Okay.
It's a good time to help it wear evenly.
Sometimes
so every 6 months, you should do that.
Flip.
Right, but you could rotate.
Okay.
We've done that.
Just recently we did that.
It's been a couple of months.
Look at us doing stuff.
Oils from your face, dead skin, and dust mites accumulate in your pillow over time, so you should wash your pillows.
Ew.
Yeah.
Sick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a list so that on Daylight Savings Day, we can do all this.
All right.
I put wash windows instead
That's
of pillows.
not on the list.
But that does need to be done.
Take stock of your medicine cabinet and pantry. That way you know if you have expired medical supplies and those kinds of things.
We do.
Clean your fridge coils.
What?
This is under the fridge where all the dust gets and stuff. You should vacuum the coils. Helps your fridge work better.
It's on the back of the fridge, isn't it?
Old fridges, yeah.
I think ours is on the back. I don't think it's underneath. How do you vacuum underneath your fridge? You don't. You can't turn it over.
With the wand.
No,
you don't turn it over.
That's not going to happen. I'm not going to do that. Unless it's on the back.
It doesn't mention it here, but if your fridge has a filter, like ours does that we've never replaced, you could do that. Vacuum out the dryer vent and ducts is in here. We've done that. Nothing happened. It says replace or clean the filters around your house. Clean the oven is on the list.
Ew.
Yeah. And then lastly is to check your emergency kit. Make sure you have a good supply of flashlight batteries, bandages, your just-in-case stuff.
We don't have an emergency. I feel like we're...
You could also descale your coffee maker and deep clean your carpets in high-traffic areas. Those are all things you should do every 6 months. So that's why it's on the list. I
made a list. We got stuff to do.
We already had stuff to do.
I know.
I bring it up because... In 1 week from today, we are going to sound real unhappy about the fact that we had to wake up an hour earlier.
Yeah.
And so I was just trying to set it up so that we knew why on the 10th, Monday morning, we go, man, and the sun was going up before 7 and now it's not. And that, all that.
Yeah.
Did you punch the table?
Yes.
Okay, just
because
making
I'm
sure
mad
that's
about
what
it
I heard.
already. I'm ramping myself up to be upset about it.
Yeah, because that's what you should do. You should really just fill yourself with the negative energy a week early, just so that we can be ready to be angry a week from now.
Oh, that's what I do best.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, there you go. Now you know.
La-di-da.
Get yourself prepared. Start gradually waking up an hour earlier and going to bed an hour earlier this week so that it doesn't hurt so much by the time you get to the weekend.
No one's going to do that.
That's saying
terrible advice.
That's the best advice I could give.
Well, nobody wants your advice.
Is to start practicing now.
No.
For the time change is a-coming.
Oh.
Good morning. It's Josh and Chantel.
Good morning. I'm about to teach you something you did not know. Are you ready?
Okay.
The First Lady of the United States does not have to be the president's wife.
I did not know that.
I told you that you did not know. I was going to tell you something that you did not know. Other women have held this title when the president was a widower or single.
Okay.
It's happened at least 13 times, and it's always been a female relative of the president, such as
Interesting.
a sister, a niece, a daughter, even a daughter-in-law. It hasn't happened in over 100 years. The last one that we had was Woodrow Wilson's daughter. Her name was Margaret.
Margaret Wilson?
She was 28.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's something.
Isn't that interesting?
I did not know
I've never
that.
thought about that even. What if the wife of the president doesn't want to be the first lady?
Oh.
She just gets dragged along for the ride.
That's a fair point.
What if she's like, I don't want this. I don't want this title. Make somebody else do it. Make your sister do it.
I mean, you and I were having a conversation once about politics and what would happen if I were the mayor. And you said I could never be the mayor's wife. That's
Wow.
what you said.
You know why? Too much responsibility. I am give me as little responsibility as possible.
I could never be the mayor's wife. The mayor. We're talking citywide politics. And
Yeah,
you're
no.
like, no, not for me.
Nope, hard pass. Find somebody else to do it.
So, on the national and global scale, you're absolutely out.
Forget about it. Find somebody else. Go
Yeah, well,
find a different relative to do it.
I don't want to be president, so that's
Good for
easily
you.
taken care of.
Because I don't want to be the first lady.
Right, but do you want to be the president and I'll be the
No.
first gentleman?
No.
Because that sounds like a gig I could do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why can you do that gig?
Being the first gentleman?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I would do all kinds of fun dance parties, and I would have lots of projects that I would be working on around the White House.
I was going to say, you can't just have dance parties. You got to.
No, I get
You
it.
gotta
I'm just
do some
saying.
stuff, too.
There have been past first ladies that have had initiatives that they've, I mean, you go all the way back to say no to drugs. Good campaign.
Who was that? Bush?
No, that was back at Kennedy or so.
No, that was Reagan. That was a Nancy Reagan
It might have been.
initiative for sure. Now I remember because that happened in the 80s.
Yeah.
Nancy Reagan.
Was it? Yeah, it was Nancy Reagan. You are correct. Yep. Yep. In
Knew it.
1982, she went to Longfellow Elementary School in Oakland, California.
We
And
have a
she was
Longfellow here.
asked by a schoolgirl what to do if she was offered drugs by her peers. She responded, just say no. And the Just Say No Club organizations within schools and school-run anti-drug programs began at that point in 1982.
Wow.
Just say no.
It's
on.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah. If they say, hey, you want some of this? Just say no. See, good initiative. I could handle stuff like that. Getting interviewed by school kids and answering their questions. This is stuff I could do.
Well,
I don't
sorry.
need to be worrying about anything else
You're not going to
but
ever
that.
be the first gentleman because
because you don't want to be president.
no, no,
You'd be a fine president.
no.
Yeah. Look at
No.
you.
I don't want
You
to.
hold grudges, so that'd be helpful.
It would be helpful. I told you, I like as little responsibility as possible. No,
No.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Okay. Well, if you want to run, you can.
Okay.
I'll support you.
Thank you, dear.
If you've got good initiatives, I'm ready to roll out.
What initiatives? You
Oh.
don't have any.
I'll work on it, but I've got good ideas.
You can't steal Nancy Reagan's.
True story.
If there's one thing I know, it's fashion.
Okay. Okay.
That's a lie. I don't know anything about fashion. You know what I wear? I wear things that are cheap and things that are comfortable.
Yeah, that's fashion.
I dress like a 13-year-old boy most
No,
of the
you
time.
don't. You do not.
Okay. The hot new trend
Oh,
at Milan Fashion Week.
all right.
Do you want to take a guess?
Cardboard boxes.
No. Low-cut jeans
Low cuts coming back.
with a hint of plumber's crack showing.
No. No.
For both men and women.
No. That is not it. No.
Diesel. You know Diesel?
The jeans?
I-
They're still around?
I thought they just made watches. Oh, no. That's Fossil.
That's right.
Okay.
Diesel makes jeans.
Yeah, Diesel debuted the latest collection. They're responsible for this. And it is extremely low-cut jeans. So low-cut that they're almost sagging with, yes.
Crack.
Yeah,
I don't.
Plumber's crack showing.
We've got to not do
But
that.
Plumber's crack is only, you can only see that when somebody's
under the sink.
bent over.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's the
fact
idea.
that a plumber's crack is showing while standing straight. No, I don't want this. Nobody wants this. Nobody asked for this.
No.
Nobody wanted this.
No.
Nobody do this.
No. Honestly, the pants look like they need to be pulled up, but there's no pants to pull up.
Did you
I
see a picture?
I would constantly be trying to pull my jeans up.
Yeah. That is dumb. Yeah, I'm watching a video of the models.
runway. The whole time I would be trying to pull my pants up. Like,
Yeah,
what
me
is
too.
happening right now?
Okay, this
Yeah.
is the dumbest.
It
Fashion
is.
is so dumb.
Yep.
I was looking at even just the shirts that they're wearing with those jeans.
Yeah.
What even are those shirts?
I don't know.
It's just a front. That
I
shirt
don't
is
know.
just like glued on. It looks
fashion.
It looks like the top that they're wearing
Yeah.
is like a button-up denim, but there is no back. It really is just the front of that shirt.
I don't understand how that works.
I don't either. They had to tape it somehow, but it's all wrinkled. This is the dumbest thing. I shouldn't have even have talked about this.
No.
I don't want to give this any more time.
Well, you already did. It's too late.
Fashion is so dumb.
This is not it. There's got to be something else. Like normal pants that go all the way up.
Yeah. Like normal pants. 'Cause
But
guess
also,
what?
they're going
What?
to charge a ton of money for those diesel jeans.
Mhm.
I'm not going to spend money on it.
Me neither. You know why? Because I don't do fashion.
Can't
They're
be
called
bothered.
Bumpster jeans.
Yeah, sure.
Bumpster.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. let's not fashion.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty good without it. I don't need any of that.
I'd rather take a mom jean over that.
And you love a mom jean.
I don't love a mom jean, but I sure would take it over that.
Yeah. Full coverage.
Yes, please.
Well, thanks for bringing that terrible fashion trend to my attention.
Listen, if you see it around town,
Ugh,
just know that I warned you.
yuck. If
I
I see
warned
it
you.
around town, am I supposed to not say
Are
something?
you going to go and shimmy them up?
Yeah, but come on. Pull your pants up.
You're not even a plumber. That's what you say. You're not even, you don't have your license.
Yeah, you don't look like a plumber. Well, you do look like a plumber, but can you fix that?
Fix it.
Yeah, gross.
Nobody wants to see that.
No. No one wants to see it. Full coverage, please. And thank you. You ready for some good news to get you going?
I'm so ready.
Well, let me tell you about Daniel Baggett. He is
Okay.
a student at East Ridge High School in Florida. He's working toward being an Eagle Scout. As a
Great.
Scoutmaster, I know a lot of things that go into this. As parents of an Eagle Scout, we know there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. One of Daniel's scouting projects for his Eagle rank involved organizing a food drive for local shelter pets. And he rallied support from local businesses, friends, family, fellow scouts. He was able to gather a pretty impressive donation of over 1,000 pounds of pet food
Oh, wow.
to benefit the animals at the Animal League, which provides care, medical treatment, and adoption services for abandoned and homeless pets in his community, which is pretty awesome.
It
And
is pretty
obviously,
awesome.
now he's getting closer to finishing up his Eagle rank, which is great. He will also have a huge impact on the animals at the shelter for a good chunk of time. 1,000 pounds of food probably goes a long way, especially if they have, let's say you have 20 or 30 animals in there. You're going to have a lot of food to go through.
Yeah, that's
so that's
fantastic.
huge. Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
Great inspiring example to others in the community. Well to go. Well to go. Well done.
to go.
Way to go, Daniel. You did it.
Well
And
to go, bud.
Yeah, well to go. It's good news to get you going. I'm clicking around East Idaho News, and they got a link to the Idaho Falls Police and Bonneville County Sheriff's new joint project. They've launched this public safety incident map, and I've been clicking around on it this morning. And it's pretty cool. It's really, really full of information.
Okay, what? You got to go back. What?
Okay, go to eastidahonews.com. Do that. Okay. Right there. It's the top story right now. Idaho Falls Police, Bonneville County Sheriff's Office launched public safety incident map.
I see it. Yes.
Open that up.
I got it.
Okay. Then down here, they kind of tell you how to get to it. You can get to it through the Bonneville Sheriff's website or the Idaho Falls Police website. But you got to go open this thing up. So if you go to the Idaho Falls website, you go up to information up in the top, and then you'll see public safety incident map. And at first I was like, why didn't they just come up with a shorter URL? Because that thing's crazy. But look at that thing. It just goes on and on and on and on.
I don't understand.
You don't understand?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, so what you can do on this thing is you can put in a date range. So you can put in like the month of February if you want.
Okay.
Okay. So let's just do that. And then it updates. And then you go down here to incidents and you can hit select all. And it's going to pop up with everything that was going on in the city from the Idaho Falls Police and Bonneville County Sheriff's Department. And then you can go into individual incidents and you can take out things like if you don't want to see traffic stops or maybe you only want to see one thing or whatever. It's the nosiest little thing in the whole wide world.
Yeah, it really
is. Yeah.
But that might reduce some of the...
No, it won't.
Oh, no, you're right.
I thought the same thing. I thought this might help Facebook give a little exhale on all the folks going, Hey, what happened
going
here?
On at the corner
I
of
heard
Holmes
sirens.
And 25th?
Yeah.
Hey, an ambulance just drove by me. What's going on?
Yeah. So between this and Pulse Point, I think you can answer all your own questions. But it's weird how the city is broken up into a grid system. And I don't know if that's on purpose or whatever. It probably is. But like as you zoom in, once you have incidents, like you can see everything's built into little squares.
Yeah.
And then a month is a long time. Like if you look over the last couple of days, like March 1st, like just look through the weekend, you'll have a better time because looking at a whole month of data is a lot. But if you just look at like Saturday and Sunday of this weekend, so just the first and second, it's more manageable to kind of see what was going on around the city in the past and the county in the past weekend. And it's kind of fun, kind of interesting.
Okay, time out. Because
you're still trying to figure out how to make it work?
Yes.
All right, well.
No, I see it. There's a link.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, you haven't even opened it yet?
No.
Oh, man.
I just had the article from East Idaho News, and then it had that map. I thought you had to click on the map.
No, that's a picture of the map.
I still don't see
It's
it.
fine.
I don't know how to work the internet.
I know, apparently. Anyway, if you want to check it out, go to eastidahonews.com. It's kind of an interesting little tool that has been put out here. The Idaho Falls Police Chief Bryce Johnson said people want to know what police officers are doing and what's happening in their neighborhoods, and this is intended to be a simple way for people to have information at their fingertips and increase awareness of what's going on around them, which I think is important. So you got to go check out this new collaborative, interactive public safety incident map.
No, I'll just ask on Facebook. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah. I can't be bothered.
I saw a bunch of police cars, Albertsons. What's going on?
Yeah, well, according to the incident map that everyone has access to, here's what was happening.
Cool.
As a matter of fact, behind the Albertsons over the weekend was lost and found property and a welfare check in that neighborhood.
Oh.
So there were some things happening near the Albertsons.
I just took a wild guess.
Go check it out. It's eastidahonews.com.
We talked on Friday about the Planet Parade.
7 planets that we were supposed to be able to see?
Well, yeah, 7 planets that you were supposed to be able to see, and then 5 really that you were supposed to be able to see because 2 you couldn't see with your naked eye. So you had to get a telescope or binoculars to see those. And some of them were kind of what they called horizon huggers.
That's true. I was north of town and up higher and had a clearer view of the horizon than you did in town. And so when I was looking at it from the Island Park area where I was at, I could see Mercury and Venus and the moon, which was really cool.
The moon was very cool.
And Jupiter and Mars. And I couldn't find, Saturn and Uranus. Saturn was down below the horizon, and the Uranus was too small to notice whether it was a star or not. It was kind of how it worked for me. But I never saw Neptune.
I didn't know where Neptune was either.
I think it had to have been below the horizon most of the time.
Saturn? You said you saw Saturn?
No, could not see Saturn. It was below the horizon before sunset.
There was 4 that we could see.
You could easily see Mars, Venus,
Yeah,
Mercury, and Jupiter. Those were the 4. But here's what happened was the Venus and Mercury and the moon were all kind of clustered together. And you had about a 30-minute window before they went down below the horizon. And then all you could see was Jupiter and Mars the rest of the night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we were lucky that we got to see Venus and Mercury.
Right. That's why I called you and said, hey,
go check it out.
Go look now.
It took us
it's
a
on
minute.
Display. Yeah, it was a fun phone call. I was, what is happening? I mean, I know you guys were in the middle of something, but you did pause your show, and then you had to get on shoes.
We had to get on
coats
shoes and coats and make sure the dog wasn't going to run outside. Emery wasn't as into it as I was, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was kind of cool to see so many all in one viewing. You know, you don't usually get to see that many, so that was kind of cool. Yeah. It was especially cool because it was really, really, really dark where I was at. I didn't have a lot of like light pollution like you do in town, and so I was able to get far enough away that I had a really clear shot. And the sun, not the sun,
the moon?
Yeah, the sun was lighting the moon so well. It was a sliver of a moon that you could see was lit, but the rest of the moon, you could see the whole moon. And the sliver was lit. It was really cool, really bright, really clear night, both Friday and Saturday nights.
I think you're
awesome.
still able to see it. I think you're going to be able to see him for about a month, I think they said.
Okay. So
this Parade of Planets is going to hang out for a month. So if you missed the opportunity, go see if you can check it out tonight.
Yeah, I mean, if you get one of those little star maps on your phone or whatever, that helps. But that was kind of what happened with me. Was below the horizon was Saturn. And that made it difficult. You've been able to see Saturn recently pretty well, but Saturn was really difficult to see. And Mercury, we saw Mercury, but Neptune, maybe it was just because Neptune's small, but Neptune was just above Mercury apparently. And I never saw Neptune.
I never saw Earth.
Well, you were on it.
Oh,
come on now.
Hey, bonus points if you go see the Parade of Planets and you sing the planet song from They Might Be Giants.
I did sing that.
Did you?
Well, I made a reference to it, and no one else except for Beck was there. So our son, who grew up on that with us, we were talking about the sun and the planets and stuff, and we were out on the snow, and the sun was just baking us, and everybody kind of got a little sunburned and stuff. It was pretty wild, but we were talking about the radiation and stuff from the sun, and it is just a nuclear furnace. Turns hydrogen into helium at a temperature of 1,000 degrees.
Incandescent gas.
Of millions of degrees, Anyway, it was pretty funny.
I loved that. They Might Be Giants as a band, and they had a CD, an album called Here Comes Science.
Here Comes Science.
And we used to listen to that when Beck was little all the time. They have a planet song. How Many Planets, I think is what it's called.
I don't remember.
Jupiter.
Yeah,
that's my favorite part.
Every planet has a different voice. It's pretty good. It's a really good one.
It's awesome.
If you're looking for a way to explore science with the kids, They Might Be Giants. That's a good answer.
Emery and I had a girls' night out.
Yeah, that was kind of the big talk on Friday was that Beck and I were leaving. We were going to the mountains, and you guys were going to have some sort of party or something. I don't know. What happened?
Girls' night out, man.
Girls' night out.
If it stays a girls' night out. What happens at girls' night out stays a girls' night out.
If it stays there, it stays there.
The weather was so lovely. So we spent most of the day outside. We went for a walk, took the dog on a walk. Took the dog to the dog park.
Which is always an adventure.
She was driving us crazy. So we needed to tire her out so that we could have our own fun. And then we did a little bit of shopping. And then we went to lunch. And then we went and got some smoothies. And then we had to go to the grocery store.
Louise.
And we decided that we were just going to do some movies. she was going to pick a movie and I was going to pick a movie.
Okay.
She picked a scary movie.
Yeah.
And then I picked a musical.
Uh-huh.
And I said, do you want to watch the scary movie first? And then the musical will be our palate cleanser.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But before that, we went and got a bunch of snacks.
Okay.
We loaded up on snacks. It was awesome.
Now, how many snacks?
She got her own snacks. And then I got my own snacks.
Okay.
So she got, what did she get? She
Probably
got
some chips.
No.
No?
She got honey buns.
Oh.
She got
Okay.
sweet tarts.
Uh-huh.
She got a chocolate bar, like the hazelnut ones. What are those ones called? The Buenos.
Okay.
And then she got something else. Maybe, did I say gummy bears?
Nope.
I think she got gummy bears too.
Good grief.
Yeah. I said, I don't want any of that.
We got dental bills.
I bought Jolly Ranchers,
Uh-huh.
licorice.
More and more dental bills. Come on. Go
And-
on. Jolly Ranchers?
Yeah, I love Jolly Ranchers.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're the
No.
best.
No.
Except I just like to chew them.
I know. Dental bills.
And what was the other thing I got? Oh, a Toblerone.
Uh-huh.
It was perfect. So we sat downstairs with our snacks. Oh, and we got sushi for dinner.
Good grief.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
We had the best time. I said, let's get a tray. We can carry all of our stuff to the basement and have ourselves a little pig out sesh. And we did.
Well, good.
And it was awesome.
Great. Super.
It was fantastic. It was the best. We had a good
So
time.
there was shopping, there was snacking, there was some movies,
Uh-huh.
there was some lunch,
Uh-huh.
there was some sushi,
Uh-huh. Smoothies,
smoothies.
laughing,
Uh-huh. Good.
scary movie, musicals.
Yeah.
It was great. And then she said on our walk, she said, remember when I was little and Dad would go out of town and I would sleep in your bed with you?
Yeah.
And I said, yeah. And she said, maybe we could do that again. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. That's totally fine. She decided not to.
Ah.
She slept downstairs because she wanted to continue watching movies. And
I
I
see.
said, no, I'm going to go. I like sleeping in my bed. I like my bed. So I'm going to go sleep in my bed. And I was happy to have
I mean, in the theater, we
the bed
have
to
the
myself.
giant couch. It's
Yeah.
a bed.
It
like,
is.
It's huge.
It is.
Okay.
But it's not my bed. I like my bed.
I understand.
And
But
I
if-
like my
with
bed
a couple
alone.
of pillows. Rude. I was trying to convince you that having just a couple of pillows on the big bed would have been fine, but no.
No, I've slept down there before. It's not that great. I mean, it's fine. It's just not my bed. I
You
like
are
my
correct.
bed.
All right. Well, I'm glad you had a good time. That sounds fun and exciting. I'll tell you in a little bit what I was up to.
Exactly. And we'll hear your side of
Yeah.
the story. What'd you do?
I'll tell you in a minute.
I know you had some plum cake.
I will tell you about
All
it in
right.
a minute. Hold your horses. All right?
All right.
Slow your roll, they say.
Slow your honey buns.
I didn't have honey buns.
Either did I. Because gross.
They're good. It's like a cinnamon roll,
Yeah,
kind of.
it's not my thing.
No?
No. Give me the Toblerone.
Okay.
So Emery and I were out for a walk on Saturday.
Yeah.
And she said, hey, have you ever noticed that Dad has kind of a prancy walk?
What does that mean? Hold on. First of all, we went for a walk yesterday afternoon as well. And you two were giggling like crazy behind me and the dog. What does that mean?
Okay, listen, I don't know. And I laughed. I said, what? No, I don't think Dad has a prancy walk. And she goes, yeah, he kind of, and I go, what does it mean? And she said, he kind of has like a little hip wiggle. And I go, I disagree with you. I don't think that at all. So yesterday,
Yeah.
when you were on a walk with us,
Yeah.
she said, see, look at he's got a little bit of a shake when he walks. And I said, I don't see what you're seeing. I don't think that you do. And then I said, do you have any fries to go with that shake?
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at me like I said it. I didn't say it.
I'm trying to understand. And then I Googled Prancy Walk, and of course, the first thing that comes up is the original Prancercise fitness workout, which with Joanna, she's the Prancercise queen. And then it also said, "Did you mean pregnancy walk?" Which, no, I did not. I did not, Google. That is not what I meant when I typed Prancy Walk. I meant Prancy Walk, not pregnancy, not Prancercise. And then it showed me prancing horses.
The only thing that I could get out of her, the only description I could get out of her of what she meant was that you have a little bit of a hip shake. But I don't think that you do. I think she goes, well, he's got his own walk. Like, it's unique. It's unique to Dad. And I said, all right, I get that. You do. You have your walk. But everybody does. We all have our own little walks. We have a friend who kind of walks on his tiptoes. It's got a little bounce in his step. Why are you so quiet?
I'm just trying to figure out how to walk like Prancy.
I don't think you need to worry about it.
I'm all I'm gonna think about.
I know you
from
are.
now on.
I shouldn't have told you.
Is how prancy do I walk?
I don't think you do at all. That's what I'm saying.
Well, here's
and believe you me,
10 tips to always walk with confidence. Maybe I'll watch that.
You do walk with confidence. You already do that.
Uh-huh.
You do.
A confident prance.
No, I don't. Listen to me. I don't think you do. And I've watched you walk a lot. For 20 years,
That's
I've
weird.
been like.
That's a weird thing to say.
What?
That you've watched me walk a lot.
Well, yeah. Why not?
All right. Well, I didn't know I had a prancy walk.
You don't.
And now I have to go sort that out.
Oh, no. I wouldn't read too much into it, Josh. You know why? Because she's a 15-year-old girl.
Yeah. Who thinks I walk with a prance?
But what does that even mean? She couldn't even tell me what it meant.
Right.
You just got a little bit of shimmy in your shape.
I have no hips. I mean, I physically have hips. They're just not well trained. As you know, we took a dance class. I don't have hip rhythm.
But you also don't shimmy your hips when you walk. You just don't. I think she's just confused. I don't know what she means. Oh no, Josh, don't think too much about this. Really?
I gotta get a new walk. It's like when you
don't.
practice handwriting to get better at handwriting. I'm gonna go practice walking different ways. I'm gonna walk different ways. I'm gonna learn different fancy walks, and I'm gonna walk different ways from now on.
I don't think you need to worry about it. I don't.
All right.
Oh no.
I'm gonna go. I'll start crawling everywhere.
We've given you a complex now.
Yep.
I didn't even say it. I said there was nothing wrong with it. For the record, I like your walk. I like the way you walk. Don't ever change.
I'm getting a new one.
No.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, I'm going to get a new walk.
Joshua.
Yeah.
Don't. I like it.
It's time for a new walk.
No.
Yep.
You can't. Old dog, new tricks?
Yeah.
No. You're 43 years old.
I will learn a new walk right now.
Okay.
Yep. Watch me. Here I go.
All right.
I'm going to go walking.
Let's see it. You know how you have Sundays, what are they called? Sunday scaries?
Yeah, when you're clocking into work because it's Sunday and you have to go to work the next day.
Mine is always, I have these moments on Sunday evening where I go, oh, I didn't do enough.
I know.
2 days is not
always
enough.
Do that.
There's not enough time. I spend my weekend in this dilemma of I've got these 2 days off where I have no responsibility. I mean, I have responsibility, but it's a combination of like, I want to do this and I have to do this. The shoulds and the want tos. And then I usually do I want to do this. I don't want to spend my days off cleaning or running errands or doing the things that I couldn't get to during the week. And I want to go on a bike ride or go on a walk with my family or sew or read a book in the sunshine. So I end up doing that because those are the things that bring me better happiness than sweeping and mopping the floor. Because who wants to do that?
Nobody.
And then on Sunday night when I look around the house and I go, I I should have swept and mopped the floor. Then I have like weekend regret.
So here's what I'm researching, because the internet has every answer.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's the question is, how do you make the weekend feel longer?
Okay.
Which is a good question.
Yes.
They said, does anybody else feel like the weekends fly by too fast?
Yes.
I always wake up late on Saturday. By Sunday night, I'm already stressing about the upcoming week, and it feels like I barely get any time to relax and recharge.
Yes.
And so I want to hear tips on how to make the weekend feel longer. And somebody said you should distribute your weekend chores during the work week, which we've talked about doing. This way your weekends are for you and not for you to just be filled with home tasks.
Right.
And somebody commented and said, this was the biggest difference for me. I started doing a load of laundry every 3 days instead of 3 loads on the weekend. The nights I don't do laundry, I spend 15 minutes on one of the other chores, and it opened up my weekend in a whole new way. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And we have 4 of us in the house that could hopefully contribute to some of that. Somebody said, I noticed that when I had plans for Friday night, rather than collapsing at home, it made the weekend last much longer. And I would agree. If you have something going on Friday night, if we go out on a Friday night, it feels like an extra release for the weekend.
Okay.
I totally agree with that. Busy Fridays are huge because then you get a little extra weekend time. It feels like a better kickoff to the weekend.
I don't know if that's necessarily true.
I feel that way.
Do you?
For sure. If we go out and do something, or we socialize, or we have something going on Friday night, I feel better about the weekend. I feel like the weekend gave me extra.
That's
I don't
interesting.
like crashing at home on the Friday night.
Really?
I don't. I like hanging out on the Saturday morning. I like the Sunday morning breakfast stuff that we do. I like those things. But especially like as the weather gets nicer, when we want to go spend time outdoors,
Yes.
being able to go Friday is going to make the weekend better. You get 2 full nights
I agree
of
with
the
that.
weekend rather than one night being Saturday night because you just crashed out on Friday, and then you only get Saturday night, and then you're back to Sunday. So it doesn't feel as long. It's the same amount of time hour-wise, but you get more use out of it, right? Somebody said it's weird when I do nothing, the weekend flashes by. But if I make an effort to go to different events or go to the park or meet up with friends, it makes the days feel longer. You got to fill them with adventures, not just doing the same thing you do all week long.
No. I get that. I get that completely. You can't do the same thing. I get it. But the have-tos still have to be done, and the want-tos are what I want to do. And so I've got to I got to figure out a way to get the have-tos done during the week. And I don't want to do that either.
Well, there is a bunch of different comments about spending Friday night. You do your Friday night.
Okay. We'll give it a
then
whirl.
This person said, this is an interesting schedule. I prep for Mondays on Fridays. I do my chores during the week. I wake up early Saturday, and it feels like if I go to and then I go back to bed. So they'll wake up early Saturday, throw in laundry or whatever, and then go back to bed. And then if I don't feel like sleeping in, then I have like 4 extra hours for me on Saturday. No chores eating up my time. That's interesting. Prepping for Monday on Friday is an interesting concept too, where you go, hey, what do I need to make sure I get done for Monday? Get it done on Friday.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I don't mind that.
Just don't eat up my Friday night. I like to be social.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's me.
And that is not me.
Big social Friday night guy. Look at me.
My favorite thing this weekend was waking up on Sunday morning. Emery had decided she was going to make blueberry pancakes. She made blueberry and chocolate chip pancakes.
Whoa.
But the blueberry ones were my favorite ones. I had a lot of those.
Did the chocolate chip ones get a little burnedy?
No.
They did not.
Yeah.
Because that's been my history with chocolate chip pancakes, is that they burn.
Oh. No, she did a great job.
Good.
I made the eggs and bacon, and she made the pancakes, and together we were cooking, and we had some music going.
Yeah, she was going on and on about real bacon. What does that mean?
We had bacon. We had
She
real
said
bacon.
we had real bacon.
Well, because normally we buy that already cooked bacon that you can just heat up in the microwave as a quick, like.
It's also real bacon.
It is also real bacon, I know. But we don't eat bacon a lot. And so we keep that already made bacon on hand for like a quick, if the kids want some breakfast in the morning, they can quickly microwave it. But I bought real bacon.
I see. Whatever that means.
Like raw. It was raw bacon.
Raw. Okay.
And then we were jamming out to Paul Simon in the kitchen.
Nice.
It was lovely. I was dancing with the dog to You Can Call Me Al.
Okay.
Making blueberry pancakes with my daughter. It was my favorite part of the whole weekend.
Excellent.
I loved it.
Well, good.
It's one of those moments where you go, this like snapshot of this moment.
Awesome.
Everyone's happy. Everybody's getting along. Life is good. Sun was shining in the windows. I had the window open. I heard some birds. I heard some kids riding their bikes outside. It was
correct. It was good.
It was awesome.
It was a moment. Good.
It was
core
a moment.
memory.
It was.
Yeah.
It was my favorite weekend moment. That's all. That's all I have to say. It was perfect.
Good.
Paul Simon and blueberry pancakes.
Awesome.
What could be better?
Real bacon. You made it.
I had real bacon.
You did. You had real bacon. That's it. That's all I would have done to make it better, and you did it, so it's perfect.
It was perfect.
That's great. Little breeze coming in the window. People playing in the sunlight.
I know.
Pancake, Paul Simon.
Ain't nothing better.
Okay, good. Core memory. Lock it in.
I did.
Good.
It's locked.
Excellent. You still thinking about it?
Yes.
You want some of those pancakes right now?
Yes.
They sound pretty tasty.
They were delicious.
I bet they were.
You missed out.
I sure did. You're correct, I did. Nobody made me pancakes. I had Dutch oven breakfast.
Yeah, but I
with
heard
the hash browns and the eggs and the sausage and stuff. And that is just fine.
Okay.
People tried putting ketchup on it, and I went, no! Blech. Stop it. So gross.
Is there anything that you were scared of as a kid?
I mean, for a while, when I was in 5th grade, I was having some pretty awesome panic attacks, and I had an ulcer and a few other things because I was such a worried kid about everything. I don't know what got into my head, but I was worried about earthquakes and tornadoes and house fires and pick a thing. I was worried about it.
Josh, what?
But, my old friend Tums helped me get through it, and I was able to, find a way to process that.
That
maybe
translated to I remember Beck being terrified of weather. And I don't know where that came from. Anytime it rained or got really windy, he was up all night because he was afraid of the wind.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a period where he was afraid of Japanese man of war.
Yeah, like anytime we talked about going to the beach at all, he was like, I'm not going. They got Japanese man of war out there, and I don't want that. I don't know where he heard about the Japanese man of war.
It wasn't even just the beach. It was, hey, we're going to go to Jefferson Lake.
Oh, yeah, I know. Anywhere. We're going to go hang out.
Do they have Japanese man of war there?
Nope. The Portuguese man of war.
It was Japanese.
I just looked it up. I think in our brains, we've been calling it that, but it's the Portuguese man of war.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is a jellyfish, but it's incredibly painful if you get stung by it. Yeah?
Yeah.
Portuguese man of war.
Okay.
Also just known as the man of war or blue bottle.
Again, I don't know where that fear came from, but he was afraid of that for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Mom, we can't ever go to California because they have Portuguese man of war there.
Do they? Because I don't think so, because it's only in the Atlantic Ocean.
Oh, well, he was just a kid, so he didn't know where it came from. He just knew it lived in large bodies of water.
Yeah, it's in the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. That's it.
I was afraid of bears when I was a little kid. And I remember going to Yellowstone. My family went camping at Yellowstone. And we were watching Old Faithful, and I was eating a candy apple, and my tooth fell out.
Oh, no.
And then my mom said, put it under my pillow, but I was terrified that a bear would come and steal my tooth.
He's going to smell that tooth.
Yeah. I was I was afraid of bears.
A bear's going to smell that tooth.
No.
And there's one thing we know about bears is that they love to
They
eat
love
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah, they're going to come and get your teeth. Oh, man. Whoa.
Silly.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It was just mostly, natural disasters and home fires that got me. I don't know. Something happened in my 5th grade.
Yeah, it
and
did.
I had a hard time, but I made it through. Look at me now.
Poor little
Look
fella.
at me now.
Look at
Thanks.
you now.
Yeah.
So normal.
Just on the up and up.
Calm and cool and collected.
No problems. All good. Good to go.
So
as
is
they
Beck.
say.
He's not afraid of the Portuguese man of war
No,
anymore.
nothing keeps him up at night.
Still weather.
You think?
Yeah, well, even if it gets still a little bit like extra windy, it keeps him up. And
Does
he's
it?
like, yeah, I heard the wind all night.
Huh.
I don't think it freaks him out as much as it used to, but I think he does get a little bit like, I don't love weather.
Well, it's going to be there, whether you like it or not. Oh, that's good parenting advice.
Good one.
Yeah. So while you and our daughter were spending all the money and eating all the snacks,
Yep.
I and our son, our son and I, yes, that's proper grammar. Our son and I were in Island Park. We were on a scouting campout. He is finished. He is an adult. He is he went because he likes this campout. It was our snow cave campout. And he and I decided mid-afternoon that we were going to try to build our own snow caves after watching the scouts and helping the scouts kind of do their thing. We thought, let's go see what we can do. But to be fair, this is how it all started. He wandered out in the middle of the field where we were building the caves. And I've got pictures of him out there in the middle of nowhere, just by himself.
Oh.
And then he comes back after a little while and he goes, I built a lounge chair. And I said, oh, let's go check it out. And so we trudged our way out there. And there's quite a bit of snow. That's trudged, post-hold, whatever you want to call it. Had snowshoes, didn't put them on.
Why?
Because forgot.
Oh.
And the area that we had started in the morning, kind of tramping down and stuff, had firmed up really good, so you didn't really need them. You weren't going to fall through the snow. There was a good layer of compressed snow and crust there. But once you got past that, to wander out where he'd built a lounge chair, it was not the case, and you'd sink all the way up to your hip when you were walking. So it was a bit of a slog to get out there.
Okay.
And what he had done was basically laid in the snow. And so he had like a the chair in a hot tub that's kind of sloped and has the little thing for up under your knees.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of what he had, but he had just kind of fallen in the snow and went, it's a lounge chair. And I went, we could do better. And so we went and got shovels and supplies, and we said, let's see what we can build. Let's build some furniture out here. So we built what we ended up calling the hot tub because he started with the hot tub lounge chair. It ended up being a 3 or 4 foot deep, down to the ground level snow bench thing kind of area with some steps to get into it.
Fancy.
Yeah. And then we ended up building 2 snow caves in the side of that, all in about an hour and a half, which was pretty impressive.
Good job, guys.
We felt anyway. And everybody was like, you guys going to stay out there? And we went, no, we'll be staying in the cabin. Thank you very much. But we did, in fact, build a couple of snow caves in what we called the hot tub. And it did get some visits. People went and sat and checked it out a couple of different times. Yeah,
fancy.
So it was also there in case some of the scouts didn't finish their shelters in time. We had a couple extras built. So it was good.
Out, I don't understand camping in a snow cave. It just doesn't sound fun to me. It sounds miserable. It sounds horrible. It sounds cold.
So the overnight low was 10, and inside the caves was like 50 degrees.
I don't believe you.
And then you're in your sleeping bag as well with your body heat.
Yes.
I
realize,
so warm,
and everybody who has ever done that said that it's warm, but I still don't believe you. I still don't believe you.
Super warm.
And also, how do you not? I'm so afraid that the top of that snow cave is going to collapse on top of the scouts as they're sleeping.
After the thing is done, we have to break down the caves.
Uh-huh.
We put every person who was there. So we had 11 scouts and like 6 or 7 adults standing on top of the caves and jumping up and down, all of us simultaneously. They don't cave in.
It's still scary to me.
It's very, very compressed snow, and it's 12 to 18 inches thick. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
We have to take shovels and break it up and put big damaging structural integrity compromises into the tops of them to cave them in before we leave. They're not going anywhere.
All right, they're safe. I get you. Still not going to do it.
Airflow is always our biggest concern. We got to make sure there's good airflow because we don't want anybody having an issue with airflow in the night.
Oh.
And we did not have that as a concern this time. It was great. So
how do you get airflow?
Well, depending on how you build your cave entrance and additional air holes in the ceiling, you can make it all work. No problems.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. That's been the biggest concern is there enough airflow? Not an issue this go round.
Do you inspect every cave?
We help make sure that they are safe before we allow the scouts to sleep in them. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many caves were built? How many caves?
So 3 caves, if you want to call it that. 2 of the caves were caves for multiple people that had 3 scouts in them. And then the other setup was it's called a starfish. And you basically build a common area in the middle, and everybody builds a tunnel for themselves that they basically, their body slides in, but your head is out in the common area. So you can still talk to your friends and stuff.
And you can't stand up in these. They're not stand up.
You can sit up.
Okay.
But not stand up.
Sounds awful. Sounds not my jam.
It was pretty good. We had breakfast, we had dinner, we had delicious dinner. I took leftover pizza for lunch. That was fun. It was all good. It was all good. I even snuck in some sodas, which was a good time. I don't think Beck was expecting that. And I went, here, man, let's go have our lunch. And I went, and I brought you a Dr. Pepper. And he went, what?
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, I know.
And then you had plum cake, I heard?
We had cobbler. Yeah, it was a plum and yellow cake cobbler, and we had a chocolate cherry cobbler. It was a good time. Good times. Good food. Not bad at all. Would recommend. Would do again. Probably will.
I will not do the snow cave ever.
I'll build you one.
I will not.
I think you'd like it.
Nope. You don't know me very well. If you think I'm going to sleep in that, you don't know me at all. There's a new workplace term kicking around.
What is it?
It's called task masking.
What is that?
Basically, it's when you spend a lot of time just trying to look busy.
Oh. How's it going over there?
Good. I'm so busy.
Yeah, type.
Look how busy I am.
So
I'm focused.
Okay.
Shh.
I have some thoughts.
What are your thoughts?
People do this because they are more productive in what could be 4 days than the 5 required days. And so they don't want to take on more projects and more tasks to fill the time that they have to be at work. And so they just pretend.
Here's what I think. I think this has always been around.
It has, absolutely.
And I think it now just has a name. I think it's just like...
People like giving names.
They like
to
labeling things.
Yeah. Quiet quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Like, no, that's just hating your job.
Yeah.
That's been around forever. But now it has a name.
Yeah.
Task masking.
No,
that's just called...
This is...
looking busy.
Yeah, please.
It's been called looking busy for decades.
Yeah, it's like when people would put like their phone in their book. Like, no, I'm reading.
Mm-hmm.
When you're actually on your phone. Please. This has been around forever.
Or a comic book in your textbook if you want to go real old school. What are you reading? Oh, whatever.
History.
Physics.
The history of the world. Not Archie.
Right. Archie? Who's reading Archie? And Jughead?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you ever read an Archie comic?
Once.
0 times. Once when you were standing in the checkout lane at the grocery aisle, you picked up the book and went, thumb through and went, that was pretty cool art, and put it back.
Yeah.
That's not reading a comic book. You've never read an Archie and Jughead.
You don't know my life. Get out of here.
What's the name of the high school?
Bayside.
Wrong. That's absolutely wrong.
I don't know.
Riverdale.
Oh, I knew that.
No, you didn't.
You must have read Archie then?
I've read Archie a time or two.
Aren't you cool?
Also in the checkout lane at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I've never owned an Archie comic book. Would you rather this or that?
Would you rather sneeze bubbles or burp confetti?
Oh, no. Let me think about it. What are you picking?
I'm going to sneeze bubbles.
You know, Matt, how many times I sneeze?
Yeah, there would be so many bubbles.
The whole room would be filled with bubbles.
Also, that's kind of gross.
Sneeze bubbles?
Yeah.
You didn't say where they came from. Most of that's from the mouth, right?
Yeah.
But I also, if I cover them up, if I achoo, like that, most of them are gonna pop in my elbow.
Yeah, but then you've seen bubbles make a mess. And the bubble concoction is sticky and...
Well, what are these made of?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. It's your game.
Are they made out of
me.
your nose stuff?
My nose stuff?
I don't want to get too gross.
Or are they just bubbles?
Or are they just bubbles? I think just bubbles. But then that's going to hurt your nose because bubbles are soapy. And then confetti.
Yeah.
Is it going to, if you're burping confetti, is it going to smell?
But I don't burp a lot unless I'm drinking like fizzy sodas. Like that Fresca I had. That gets me. And that's probably like, what, 2 or 3? If I have one of those, 2 or 3 little belchies. So no big deal.
It's like a party every time you belch.
Confetti.
Woo!
Yeah. And does it have like the little confetti poppers? Does it have that kind of force? So even if you have like a little burp where you're just like, and it goes, pa! You're like, oh no. This is a weird question.
Yeah, well.
Sneeze bubbles or burp confetti?
What are you picking? Did you pick?
I'm picking sneeze bubbles.
That's what I picked. You only picked it because I picked it.
I don't think you picked.
I did too. I said bubbles. Sneeze bubbles. And then I changed my mind because I said, what is it made out of? Just bubble formula.
All right.
I'm going to change. I'm going to go to confetti because I think that's fun.
Oh, gross. You're going to have way more sweeping up to do.
Yeah.
I might have a slippery floor,
Ew,
but
gross.
you're going to have way more to sweep up. So have fun with your confetti.
Have fun with your bubbles.
Okay, I will. They've been talking about it for a long time, and they may be one step closer.
What is it?
NASA is gearing up for a big step forward in space exploration with the Gateway Lunar Space Station, which is the most powerful solar-powered spacecraft ever deployed. This particular Gateway Lunar Space Station will serve as a staging point for future deep space missions, including the long-term goal of sending astronauts to Mars. Before any serious missions to Mars, astronauts will live and work aboard the station while researching the surface of the moon. NASA has a target launch date of no later than December of 27. That's very, very soon.
Yes, it is.
Some of the components for this thing will then go up into space. And then we'll begin to orbit, and this particular space station will be home to astronauts, where they will then be able to fuel and research and do all that kind of stuff and deploy from there to further deep space missions.
Cool.
That's really super sci-fi.
Yeah, it is.
Really
I like it.
interesting.
I want to know what they know.
Well,
I don't want to go. I just want to take me along.
Become an astronaut.
I might.
And then you can find out.
I just said I don't want to go. I just want to somebody take me along, FaceTime me.
Oh, I see. I'm sure they'll share whatever they find along the way. Should be interesting. Anyway, we'll see. It's got a year and a half to launch or so, December of 27.
I know, that's so soon.
I guess that's 2 years from this December, so 2.5 years. But that's that's very soon. That's very soon.
These are just astronauts. These are actual astronauts going. It's not like a bunch of rich celebrities going.
It hasn't been announced yet who will be in the crew.
Well, I hope it's just actual astronauts and scientists.
Yeah. Right.
And not Katy Perry.
All right.
Get out of here.
It's going to do it for our show. Check out the podcast everywhere podcasts are available. Just search Wake Up Classy 97. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 to 10. And I don't think I have anything else to add. I just thanks for hanging out with us.
I think I'm done talking today. So
right. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Wake Up Classy 97, the podcast. If you enjoy the show, please share, subscribe, and rate the podcast. Wake Up Classy 97 is hosted by Josh and Chantel Tyler and is a production of Riverbend Media Group. For more information or to contact the show, visit riverbendmediagroup.com.